Welcome to week number 10 of the Castle Pirates Grand Challenge. It's yet another exciting afternoon of some club rugby. This afternoon we are at the UJ Rugby Stadium. It is a bottom of the table clash between UJ, the home team. They're taking on the Wanderers, who are also lagging at the bottom of the log. UJ are currently 8th on the log standings, while the Wanderers are currently 7th on the log standings. My name is Aaron Masamola and I'm not alone. I'm joined by a former Springbok, a man who played out at centre, played at wing as well for the Springboks, and of course his name is Lionel Mapu. Lionel, my brother, how excited are you for another exciting afternoon of club rugby?
Thank you for having me, Aaron. Yeah, very excited. Like you said, these two teams are at the bottom of the log. Obviously, they'll be looking for a couple of wins, for a win tonight to start the second round off. So it should be an exciting game.
Most certainly. You spoke about the first round there. They are heading into a 3-week break, so both teams will want to at least end off the first round of the season on a good note. Let's start off with the home team, UJ. Unfortunately, they're 8th on the log standings, and I mean they've played 6 matches, but unfortunately things didn't go according to plan. They've won only a single game out of those 6 matches. In terms of your analysis, where do you think the team might have gotten it wrong? We know that it's a few younger guys, so they might not necessarily have experience playing club rugby.
Definitely, maybe in the team cohesion, obviously, probably a lot of players coming in as well, now having to find the time to gel together. There's definitely something there that didn't click for the season, because if you look at their results, it's not the results that you say, listen, yeah, this is a UJ team. Yeah. We know a UJ team that's full of youth, that can run the ball from side to side, you know, physically man up. But this season for them has been pretty tough.
Most certainly, and I mean, when you look at last week, they were supposed to actually take on Wits. Unfortunately, that game was cancelled. I mean, in terms of games being cancelled, just in terms of consistency and the lads being able to play week in, week out, being able to train, knowing that there's a game on the weekend, when a game gets cancelled, how does that actually impact the players and their training program?
No, definitely, there is definitely something that impacts the players in that. Obviously, the players, they want to play, they want to come out every weekend and play. Obviously, it's a little bit negative, especially with the youngsters. Yeah. It can easily affect them and how they think and how they obviously come out the following week. And again, this competition you see, if you even look at the top 4, you want to build momentum, so you have to play week in and week out. Once you break that momentum, and that's where the consistency just goes out the window, you know, and that's where you all of a sudden lose a couple of games, and you ask yourself, why?
Exactly. Let's talk about the Wanderers. They're the team that's traveling this afternoon. They're taking on UJ. In terms of their season, it has been quite a tough one. I mean, when you look at the game last week, they were beaten by Raiders. They're a team that one would expect would be at the top of the log. Unfortunately, things not going according to plan, things not clicking for the Wanderers. Where do you think they got it wrong, and what are some of the areas that they can fix this afternoon?
I just think they still probably need to believe in themselves a little bit more. I mean, Wanderers is no new team to this competition. They know what it takes. Obviously, I'm sure they had a good preparation, especially for this season. And you know, not clicking it, like I said, is about UJ as well. They're also not clicking. Their forwards and their backs are not playing together. Obviously, they lack, I don't know, they lack that confidence during the season. Yeah, that's why you look at the results. It's not obviously good results. So I just think they just need to stick together, play together. You know, do what I'm sure they have a game plan that they wanted to play. Just stick to that.
Most certainly. It is week number 10 of the Castle Pirates Grand Challenge. It is a big one right here at the UJ Stadium. UJ, the home team, they're taking on the Wanderers, and the lads are about to run out. Enjoy the action. The UJ Rugby Stadium this afternoon. My name is Aaron Masamola, and the man that joins me in the commentary booth, a former Springbok, his name is Lionel Mapu. Lionel, you doing well this afternoon? Excited for the exciting afternoon?
Very excited, Aaron, very excited. It's going to be a cracker today. Obviously, as we spoke about earlier, the bottom of the log teams, obviously they're going to want to get the win behind the belts. So it's got everything to play for today.
Most certainly. You talk about bottom of the log. I mean, you look at the log position of this home team. They're currently 8th on the log standings. The Wanderers, a team that one would expect to be a lot higher up in terms of the log standings, they're currently 7th. And I mean, the boys that have completely dominated this season, those are Pika, the gents that play out in Alberton. What an absolutely fantastic season we've seen from them so far. In terms of what you're seeing on the screen at the moment, this is the new log standings that have recently just came out. Pika are currently at the top of the standings. The Eelander, Alberton, they currently 2nd on the log. The Pirates Rugby Club, they find themselves in 3rd. And then the Raiders, a team that we have been watching quite closely, led by John Kubeka. They're currently 4th on the log. That is the Raiders. In terms of these two teams, Lionel, so much to play for. We are nearing the end of the first round of the Castle Lager Pirates Grand Challenge. UJ, tough season. They're currently 8th, and that's quite a painful season, and a lot has to be improved in the second half of the season. Going into this game this afternoon against the Wanderers, maybe 1 or 2 things that they might want to fix?
Probably just playing together, Aaron. I think what they've been lacking also all season is just having that team cohesion. Playing together, forwards and backs. Knowing what to do on the field with each other. So today is going to be about them playing together and then finding their why.
Most certainly. Let's look at the team that's playing away from home this afternoon. Now, in terms of the team sheets that you are seeing on your screens at the moment, there have been a few late changes which we will update you on right now. Let's start off with this Wanderers team, Lionel. I mean, you look at that forward pairing, you've got Mark Speckman, who comes in for Jake Glass. You've got Mabenzela, a man who will be playing at hooker, and then Gallagher. How vital will this forward pack be for this Wanderers outfit as they look for a victory away from home?
They will definitely obviously want to put their stamp down in this into this game, Aaron. They're going to fancy themselves, especially in the scrum, getting that go forward ball for their backs, especially in the likes of Treasure and Greg Blom, to put them in the right area. So I think they're going to fancy themselves having the upper hand in the scrums. Most
certainly. Looking at that lock pairing, we've got Zulu, we've got Katzenzi, we've got Stead wearing the number 6 jersey, Mihle in terms of the 7th jersey, and of course their big 8th man is Chris Moore. In terms of the backline players, Lionel, I know that this is an area that you watch quite closely, having been a wing and a center yourself. We've got players like Moster, players like Jonker, Nong, as well as Blaine. These are the gents that will be looking to score when gaps are being given to them.
No, definitely. I think Moster and Jonker would want to take it up on themselves to go their team give their team go forward, especially in the midfield, especially with Greg Blom as well. We know how he's been playing. He can kick a ball, he can run a ball. Obviously for him as well is to wanting to play in the right areas, put the ball in front of his forwards, getting go forward. So it's going to be exciting today, especially with their wingsters also out wide, Tsepo Nong and Malibai. I think they're going to be very busy today.
Most certainly. In terms of the bomb squad, the gents that usually come on in the second half to give an extra injection in terms of energy, you've got players like Rory Anderson, you've got players like Meyerwitz, September as well for the Wanderers outfit. Let's shift on to the home team, a team that will be looking for just their 2nd victory of the season. I mean, there have been a few updates as well to this team, but of course we'll take you through those updates as we look at the squad. Quite an exciting lineup for this Wit squad. You've got in terms of that forward pack, you've got players like Janse van Rensburg, you've got Marimo as well, and you've got Diop, who will form that forward combination as well. In terms of this forward combination, they need to assert their dominance this afternoon, because so often we've seen a lot of the younger squads lacking when it comes to that forward pack, and this is a 3-man pairing that will want to assert their dominance this afternoon.
They definitely have their hands full this afternoon against this Wanderers team. They obviously are not going to back down. There's one thing about these UJ, the young kids, they're never going to back down. They're always going to come for you. So their hands are full this afternoon. I think they'll just have to step up, come that first scrum, that first carry, stand up to the big guys.
Most certainly. I mean, when you look at the players in the back line for this UJ outfit, we've got a player that we know all too well. This man loves finding a gap. He loves scoring tries. Chambril, we've got Olifant, we've got Sibisi, Ferreira, Jackson, Williams wearing the number 10 jersey. In terms of the flair that we have seen from the younger guys in this competition, can we expect a lot of tries this afternoon here at the UJ Stadium?
Definitely, UJ is going to fancy themselves playing wide. They will know them to play. Obviously, with strikers like Jody Sambril on the outside there, and Adriano Jackson, they're going to fancy their chances about taking the ball wide. But again, you have to earn that right to go wide. So that's the forwards that are obviously going to have to set that platform for them to go out wide. They are full of running, the UJ team, and I think today they're going to fancy their chances. It's probably going to be, this game is probably going to be Wanderers forwards against UJ's backs.
Most certainly, it is a big one. There's so much on the line. Both these teams have really struggled throughout the season. I mean, you look at a team like UJ, only one victory. So this afternoon, it is a big one. They're playing at home. The team that's currently running out at this point in time, the Wanderers, they are looking for their third victory of the season. So it should be an exciting afternoon here at the UJ Rugby Stadium. In terms of the stands, the fans have truly come out. The students, I mean, they love their club rugby. It's also a good way to start the afternoon. Maybe you can have a nice pre-party in the stands as well as they support their local team.
Exactly, UJ with the home ground advantage, with the crowd support all behind them. They're going to want to get back to winning ways. Like this game is very important for them, obviously this afternoon. For them, they have to win. They have to win because they're lingering at the bottom of the log and you don't want to linger there.
Most certainly. In terms of looking at the game that they played last week, just looking at this Wanderers outfit, they lost to the Raiders last week. There's a lot to prove from them as well, because those are games that one would expect would go a different direction. But this year seems to not necessarily go according to plan.
Exciting times, exciting rugby, and by the looks of the how the competition obviously went this year, you can't predict anything in this competition, so anything can happen. Obviously, Wanderers don't want themselves outside. They can still crack the nut actually to get into the top 4, so they would want to get back to winning ways. So for them as well, they have to win today in order to obviously progress up in the log.
Most certainly, we have kickoff right here at the UJ Rugby Stadium. UJ taking on the Wanderers, as we see the Wanderers with ball in hand at this point in time.
Early pressure there on the fence, turnover ball for UJ. UJ have the ball ready to attack again.
Wanderers, they get away with the ball, muscling their way from deep within their territory. Wanderers, they still have ball in hand.
Wanderers looking to spread the ball wide here this afternoon, playing a bit in their own half. That's the other thing, Aaron. Is that the thing? Is that what you want to do so early in this game? Everybody's fresh. You want to play in your own half. I'm sure they want to get out of here because UJ has been putting the pressure on them, especially on defense.
Most certainly. Wanderers choosing to run the ball from deep within their territory. They find the easy exit.
Finally clearing the lines. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. It's going to make it tough for yourself if you do not play in the right areas of the field. And I mean, this game is still fresh, it's still early, so everybody wants to run. So I think Wanderers fancy their chances of running out of their own 22.
Most certainly, we are seeing the first line out of the afternoon. UJ have an opportunity here. Marimo, the man with ball in hand, the hooker for UJ. He'll be looking to make this one count off, and we talk about set pieces. These are the moments that count, because these are the moments that you can convert opportunities into points, Lionel.
Definitely, Aaron. Good attacking opportunity here for UJ. Unfortunately, they lost the ball. Wanderers have ball in hand. Carrying up the middle, UJ making great tackles in the midfield there by UJ.
UJ, line out not going according to plan, trying to pick up the scraps.
Unfortunately, there's a knock on there, so UJ's chance to put it in the scrum, first scrum of the match, 2 minutes in. This is where the forwards want to play. They want to see who's got the upper hand today, and I think Wanderers are definitely going to fancy their chances.
We spoke about the forward pack being so vital. It is a Wanderers scrum, pardon me, a UJ scrum. When you're looking at players like Diop, Marimo, Janssen van Rensburg, they'll be looking to make this first scrum count.
As you see, the 9, Liam putting the ball in. UJ taking the ball out wide again. Good carry there by the number 15. Unfortunately, losing the ball forward. A lot of running in this UJ team.
Most certainly, I was about to say what I'm picking up from this UJ outfit is they're here to play fast rugby. I think so often we've seen the younger lads like UJ playing fast running rugby where other teams have been tested. I mean, teams like Wits, teams like Pika, is when it comes to their forward pack. So in terms of what we've seen so far, their running is good. They're finding the gaps. They're looking for opportunities. But can this forward pack show up this afternoon? Diop, Marimo, Janssen van Rensburg.
They definitely need to show up. As we saw there, Jody Shambril with the outside gap there, unfortunately losing the ball into touch. That's the other thing, Aaron, you're going to have to keep your ball if you want to play running rugby. You can't play rugby without the ball, and I think it's going to be a long day for UJ if they keep losing the ball, especially when they're going forward in attack.
Most certainly. Scrum time, an opportunity here for the Wanderers. Awe with ball in hand, he feeds the scrum.
Great scrum there from the Wanderers again. Taking the ball up there is the number 12.
Mostert running into contact there.
Wanderers finding the outside, playing a good running rugby, making 20 meters up the field.
UJ pushing back, looking for the turnover ball.
As I said, it's going to be a running rugby game, as we've seen from the early stages here from this game, from both sides looking to run this ball. Obviously, Wanderers getting on the outside there of UJ, making meters. Obviously, just a ruck that's a little bit scrappy there. Wanderers getting the penalty.
One thing that I've seen that's quite interesting about this Wanderers in the first 5 minutes of this encounter is they're choosing to run the ball. I think so often teams in that situation will go for the easy exit, but it also shows a lot of confidence from this Wanderers outfit. The ability to run the ball, carry the ball, run into contact, and then when it's necessary, they go for the easy exit.
Yeah, Aaron, this is an 80-minute game, and this game can get very long, especially if you are a team like Wanderers with big forwards. Right now, it's working for them, running the ball out of their own 22. Unfortunately, not straight at... Oh, closing the gap at line-out time. Free kick for the Wanderers.
Scrum time,
Opting for
yet
scrum again.
It's their second scrum of the game. Great execution from the first scrum that we saw already.
Definitely, that's why they fancy your chances again on the scrum. It's scrum time.
That forward pack for the Wanderers. Mark Speckman, Gallagher, being vital players that are always leading the scrum so well. Here's another opportunity for them.
I did say if Wanderers obviously want to win this game, they'll have to use their forwards. As we saw the previous scrum, they obviously fancied their chances. So use the scrum to your advantage. Use the scrum to get penalties.
Use the scrum. Hey!
Also, you make your front rows happy.
We spoke about physicality in this encounter. The gents getting an opportunity to greet each other. In these situations, we always say, don't show off your boxing skills, rather show off your rugby skills. But also, rugby is such a physical game. Sometimes the lads do get a little bit passionate, and you see that passion spilling over.
Yeah, no, definitely. Obviously, the guys know there's not a boxing ring, so the fist won't come out. So just a bit of shuffling each other around.
That's why we call it greeting, Lionel. You know, the lads
high
are just
fives against the body.
They're just greeting each other. I just want to feel your chest. Second scrum here for the Wanderers.
Great attacking opportunity for this exciting backline of the Wanderers.
Awe feeds the scrum for the Wanderers. Great scrum here by the Wanderers. Awe waiting patiently. Quite scrappy. Awe spreads the ball to Blom.
Blom with the carry. Huge hit in the midfield from UJ.
UJ pushing back in terms of their defense.
Wanderers keeping the pressure right now in the midfield here against UJ. UJ having to defend the whole time.
Mabenzela, strong carry from him. Wanderers building the phases. Stead with a big carry.
Again, UJ not standing back in this contest at the moment. Obviously, you also don't want to defend for the whole game. I mean, you're going to get tired, and the gaps are going to leak. Gaps are going to start coming. So UJ obviously they have to get their line speed much harder, obviously, in order to get the ball back. Not just for the sake of defending.
Most certainly. The one thing that UJ has really impressed me with is the fact that they're not standing back. I think so often teams, shy away from contact, but UJ is playing a high defensive line, closing those gaps, not giving the Wanderers any opportunities. We are 8 minutes into this encounter at the UJ Rugby Stadium. Both teams still looking for their first points. Wanderers, they're looking for 3 points in this situation. Blom, looking to start his afternoon on a good note.
Wanderers definitely looking to obviously build scoreboard pressure, as we can see, with them having the upper hand on strums.
Greg Blom going through his processes.
Oh, hits the upright. UJ with the ball in hand, choosing to run the ball out of their own 22. Oh, high tackle there from their number 12, Dylan Mostert, on UJ, number 15, Chambril.
Chambril taking a big hit there, rightfully so.
The ref.
Yellow card to the Wanderers.
That's what you don't want, especially for this Wanderers side. Yellow card to the number 12 here, Mostert with a high tackle on Chambril.
You talk about what you don't want. We've praised the Wanderers in the first 10 minutes of this game. They have had the slight upper hand, but unfortunately discipline costing them there. Line-out opportunity here for UJ. Great execution by Marimo.
Just a bit strappy at line-out time. UJ still in possession with the ball. Penalty going against the Wanderers. Again,
UJ.
as we've seen, Aaron, it's quite of an easy exit for UJ, where they got penalty after penalty, and now they're finding themselves being inside the Wanderers inside the Wanderers half.
Most certainly, nice easy exit. Nice touch finder.
You do not want to give these students a sniff, because then they'll take it.
The one thing that we know UJ can do is play fast running rugby. Unfortunately, that line out not going according to plan.
Mise with the carry in the midfield for the Wanderers. Changing direction here.
Always spreading that ball. Tunzi. Strong carry by the Wanderers.
Strong carry by the Wanderers. Good tackle. Good, even better tackle from UJ.
Chris Moore showing off his muscles there.
The students are up for a contest today.
Williams, the man on screen at the moment. A man that we've also been watching throughout the season. Lionel, a man that when given the opportunity knows how to make the right decisions, but also his kicking has been so great.
Definitely full of running, full of youth is this young UJ team.
Great execution of the line out by UJ. They spread the ball, they have the gap.
Try time for UJ.
It is Willifant. That's it.
Try time for UJ.
For UJ, the first try of the game.
As I said, Aaron, give them a sniff and they'll take it. They're still full of running, still early in this game. That they're gonna punish you, as we see the offloads and the carrying there from UJ. Good interplay by the forwards and the backs.
We spoke about pace in the build-up. We mentioned that when players like Willifant get the ball, they will definitely score tries. And that try actually being a phenomenal team try, just the ability to spread the ball, a nice offload. It shows that UJ are giving their local supporters something to smile about this afternoon.
Exactly, great interplay there from the UJ team. They're going to obviously want to keep this going. You know, the fans are here for it. The fans are here to see them score tries, and that's definitely what they're doing right now.
Opportunity here. Williams looking to add 2 more points. Unfortunately, That conversion not going according to plan, but it is 13 minutes in to week number 10 of the Castle Lager Pirates Grand Challenge. UJ currently leading this encounter by 5 points. Wanderers are yet to score a single point. "13 minutes in, UJ having the slight advantage this afternoon. Great take here by UJ.
In their own half, UJ is obviously wanting to clear their lines right now. Line out there, line out to Wanderers. Good attacking opportunity for the Wanderers. That's what you do not want from a UJ perspective. You just scored, now you're in your own half again with Wanderers ball. Now they're under the pump, now you have to defend again.
This is their second line out of the afternoon. Mabenzela looking to make it count. Great take by the 8th man, Chris Moore. Wanderers spreading the ball.
Good line speed by UJ.
Great offload there to Jonker. Yet again, UJ pushing back, not shying away from the physicality of the game. Stead looking to muscle his way through, pushing a few men out his way.
Penalty going offside at ruck time. Penalty for Wanderers. One wonders what they're going to do here. They're going to fancy their chances, go to the line, fancy their drive.
Looking at the fact that Greg Blom went for the penalty early on, it's quite interesting to see that he's going for the line-out option here, but it also shows the intention.
Definitely.
It means that they want to try.
From UJ side, this is you don't want to be in this position now because they have a pretty good line speed, but now you're finding a position where you are offside. So obviously they're going to have to check their offside lines, not be too eager.
Quick line out here by the Wanderers. They were trying to catch UJ off guard there.
Again, it almost worked there, Aaron, almost worked there, unfortunately. Line out for the UJ, and again, easy let off there for UJ. Now they can clear their lines, runs from this line out. That's one thing that Wanderers is going to obviously have to do better. It's when they do get into the opponent's 22, for them is to convert.
UJ, scrappy line out here by Marimo, but UJ still have ball in hand.
Clearing the lines. Williams, good kick. Quick throw in there from Wanderers.
Wanderers looking to run the ball. They're being pushed back. Awe.
Blom, almost intercepted there from UJ. Unfortunately, the number 9, Liam Rowan, missed it. And there's a knock on. Lucky he got both hands to the ball, otherwise it would have been a yellow card.
But it's almost like the pendulum is swinging from point to point, and it's only the physicality that is really keeping the Wanderers in this game.
Exactly, Aaron. I would say the contest it's fairly equal in this game, as we see from both sides in the first couple of minutes. Then it's UJ, then it's Wanderers, then it's UJ, then it's Wanderers. Obviously, it comes down to the execution and obviously to not giving away any silly penalties.
Most certainly, another opportunity here for the Wanderers. They've done quite well at line-out time. Mabenzela, their hooker.
Turnover ball there, UJ has the ball, rolling ball going.
Disappointing line out there for the Wanderers. UJ with ball in hand.
Williams sidestepping, chip kicking. And the ref brings them back there for the earlier infringement. Throw not going straight into the line out. I don't think the UJ is going to go for a scrum here. They're going to fancy themselves running the ball.
They choose to run the ball. You called it. Running straight into contact. Spreading the ball. Williams. Strong hit here.
Wanderers standing
Hippo.
tall. Williams taking out wide. Chambril with the carry.
Quick feed there by the Wanderers.
Wanderers I almost said the Wanderers found themselves in trouble there, but luckily there for them, penalty at the breakdown, not releasing. Again, a bit of a seesaw game this.
Very much so. Blom with ball in hand.
Unfortunately,
Not
the
finding
kick
touch.
not going out. UJ with ball in hand. Williams with ball. The hot stepper Williams.
Oh,
Slicing
Williams.
through the Wanderers team. Great interplay again from the backs and the forwards there from UJ.
The Toit. Gaining a few meters. Williams. Oh, UJ losing the ball there in contact. Wanderers picking up the scraps.
That's what I've been saying, Aaron. Both teams obviously look like they want to attack, they want to keep ball, but unfortunately, silly mistakes like that just gives that ball away too easily. And I think if you want to actually put your mark down in a game, you have to keep possession, you have to build pressure in attack.
Most certainly. Building pressure means that you still need to focus on the basics, and so often when you see a player losing the ball as he's running into contact, that just means that maybe he wasn't gripping that ball tight enough, hand positioning as well.
Also take nothing away from the Wanderers defense. They've been pretty good this afternoon.
They've been brilliant. Another opportunity at scrum time. This is their third scrum of the afternoon. Looking at the last two, we've seen great execution by the Wanderers. Of course, it's Awe with ball in hand. He feeds the scrum. Waits patiently behind the scrum, but UJ. Penalty. Going the way of the Wanderers there.
The Wanderers definitely have the upper hand at scrum time, and that's obviously giving them these penalties and then putting them in the right areas to play off. Just at the moment, they're going to have to convert when they do get into UJ's half.
The one thing that has really stood out for me by the Wanderers, their defensive structure is incredibly strong. I think this is, let's say, the fourth, fifth time that we have seen them being able to showcase their defensive strengths. But an area where they need to sharpen up throughout the next 60 minutes is when they actually have opportunities within the territory of UJ. They have to make them count, and that's where they've been lacking.
Exactly. If you want to win this game, you're going to have to put some score on the board.
Big opportunity yet again here for the Wanderers. Mabenzela, their fourth line out of the afternoon. Great take there. Awe looking to spread the ball.
Again, see this UJ line coming up hard in defense.
Awe spreads the ball to Blom.
Taking it out wide, Wanderers making meters out wide.
Jonker, strong carry, pushing men out his way, running straight into contact. This man is here to play some rugby this afternoon. Awe spreads the ball for the Wanderers. Blom with quick feet. UJ scrambling in defense.
Quick ball again there for Wanderers team. As we see a little cross kick there. Is it from the number 7? Number 7 of Wanderers, Michle.
Opportunity.
Quite a skill set there from the number 7.
Michle looking for opportunities there.
Unfortunately, not going his way.
They've been running into contact for most of this first 22 minutes, and he's like, hey, let me try a different option. Another line-out opportunity here for Mapensela.
So line-out goes astray. UJ with the ball. Number 7 for UJ carrying the ball up there. Gutu. in sync we are here up in the commentator's box.
Penalty going the way of UJ. The one thing when you look at the stats for this Wanderers outfit, at line-out time, they've done incredibly well. 5 line-outs, great execution for each one. Unfortunately, that kick by Williams not going according to plan.
Definitely, and that's not something that obviously you want. You obviously putting your team there on the back foot, but there's a mistake that he knows he could have done better.
You can actually see the disappointment on his face there.
No, definitely he knows opportunity gone astray there. Again, attacking opportunity, attacking scrum there for the Wanderers. As we've seen this afternoon, they want to run the ball. I'm sure the forwards are going to give him a nice platform to run this ball up.
Most certainly. I mean, you look at that forward pairing, they've done well throughout this afternoon. When you look at the scrums, they've had 3 scrum opportunities and they've successfully executed those scrums. That forward pairing, Mark Speckman, Mapensela, Gallagher, they're doing well. They're looking to continue that as this is their 4th scrum for the afternoon.
Exactly, they're using it as a weapon, and that if you have that weapon, that's quite a strong weapon, especially when you get a lot of scrums. You know your forwards has the upper hand. The guys are the props are smiling, the tight 5 is smiling because they know, listen here, this is our ball. We're going to destroy UJ in the scrum at the moment. And it's obviously just up to them now, obviously, to convert that.
You talk about converting. UJ, their scrum, they've had a few moments, but they really haven't been to the standard of this Wanderers outfit, but there's still a lot of time this afternoon to fix all those mistakes.
And that's basically the story of the season, Aaron. The scrum not being physical, if you can say physical enough to stand up to the other older guys, other older teams' scrum. So I think that's something that they obviously would want to fix.
Most certainly. Another successful scrum here for the Wanderers. Unfortunately, things not going according to plan for UJ at scrum time. Another opportunity here for the Wanderers. They've got ball in hand. They're looking for a nice touch finder. Correction. They're actually going for a long kick here. This is about 48 meters.
As we see Luke Jonker calling it. He fancies his chances going for poles.
Quite a surprise there. I mean, when Jonker had the ball there, I thought he's going for touch. Changed his mind quickly. He's like, I back myself.
I think obviously they also just want to get a point on the board. They've been in this game here now for 25 minutes. They obviously know what scoreboard pressure can also do, so they obviously want to get the 3 points as well.
Also quite interesting to see that Blom missed that first penalty opportunity for the Wanderers. Jonker fancying his chances. Distance, unfortunately, being way too far for Jonker in that occasion. Williams kicking deep.
Great kick from Williams.
He's back. He made a mistake earlier on.
Massive boot.
Fixing those mistakes this afternoon is Williams.
What a way to make up for that.
It's also fantastic to see that once players make mistakes, and you could see the disappointment on his face, they also have the character to say, don't worry, I've got this. I'll fix that mistake. And it's also good for the coaches to see that character within their team.
Definitely, he knows he's better than that. He knows one mistake doesn't define you, and I mean that's what makes a good rugby player. You know, just bouncing right back after you make a mistake.
Wanderers' opportunity yet again at line-out time. They're deep within their territory, so they will be looking for good execution. Unfortunately, yet again, that line-out not going according to plan.
UJ with the carry in Wanderers 22, building the pressure now. Wanderers on the back foot on the fence.
Strong carry here by UJ, Janssen van Rensburg. Williams.
Beautiful cross kick. Beautiful cross kick.
Williams finds his winger. The man who scores his second try of the afternoon, Olifant. He's got good hands, he's got quick feet. Man, this brother is unstoppable this afternoon.
Brilliant play there from Thurlan Williams, finding his winger. UJ was on the front foot in order for Tello to be able to kick that cross kick. I mean, he had go forward ball, and that's what you can do. We said he made a mistake.
Yeah.
Look what he did. Put his team in a great position. They won the line out on the front foot, cross kick, try time, UJ.
Yeah. Williams having a fantastic afternoon in terms of just choosing to make the right play at the right time. But this man, Olifant, he's here to score tries this afternoon. He's already sitting on a brace.
Definitely the speedsters here to play today. 2 tries for him, probably looking for that hat-trick. Fancying his chances to get that hat-trick.
We spoke about Williams fixing his mistakes earlier on. He missed the conversion. He fixed that mistake, slotting away this conversion opportunity. After 29 minutes, UJ, they found themselves on 12 points. The Wanderers searching, looking for points. They're still on 0 at this point in time.
Yeah, Wanderers obviously going to be asking themselves, like, how do we not have points on the board yet? And we've been playing. It's not like they haven't been in the UJ's half. It's just obviously they have to execute when you get there.
Most certainly. Unfortunately, Wanderers not being able to grab that high ball in the air. We saw some contact there.
I think dangerous play in the air there, a penalty for the Wanderers. As I mentioned earlier, Aaron, UJ, brilliant play, scored a try, but not being able from the kickoff to exit.
Most certainly, you talk about an exit there. Blom finding touch. Big opportunity here for the Wanderers. These are the moments that they need to use. They're about 5 meters out from the UJ try line. These are the moments that count. These are the moments that you have to convert opportunities into points.
We are definitely going to see a rolling ball here.
Have to see one. Wanderers, great execution by Mapensela of the line out. Wanderers looking for that maul. UJ pushing back, not allowing the Wanderers to bully them. Awe almost dropping the ball. Blom with a great offload there.
UJ under pressure in their own 22. Right through the middle goes Wanderers. Pick and go around the sides of the ruck. Unfortunately, turnover ball, obstruction.
You can see the disappointment on Mihle, the man who wears the number 7 jersey for the Wanderers.
Again, Aaron, in this area of the field, they want to be patient. Especially the forwards, want to be patient. You want to build phases with the forwards. I think they got too excited there.
They're rushing it. UJ with ball in hand, choosing to run it out of their territory. The man who scored 2 tries, Olifant. UJ building their phases as they're looking to move slowly but surely out of their territory. Williams
with the long kick downfield, great exit again.
Easy exit.
Thurlan Williams, no chasers.
Quick line out here.
Good chase actually by UJ, catching Wanderers on the back foot with a quick throw-in.
UJ are truly outsmarting Wanderers in this game this afternoon. Mapensela with a strong carry here for the Wanderers, gaining about 10 meters. But UJ securing the penalty. Tap and run their opportunity.
We talked about Wanderers not converting. Look where they find themselves, back in their own half again, and back to UJ obviously having the upper hand. I did say earlier there was no chasers, but there was one chaser on the far side. A rabbit that put the Wanderers under pressure. Unfortunately, same mistake as earlier on from the fly half there.
Williams, second time he's made that mistake. Shaking it off. He's done well. It's just 1 or 2 mistakes this afternoon.
No, definitely, he just obviously want to just calm himself down, not just make sure that you actually kick the ball out and not trying to eat up too much too much of the sideline. I think obviously he wanted to put his team in a better position. Unfortunately,
Costing his team there.
costing his team there.
Another scrum opportunity here.
Wanderers will be looking to attack. They've got a lot of meters on the outside. One wonders if they're going to go wide again here.
Awe feeds the scrum for the Wanderers. Great scrum there by the Wanderers, being able to hold that UJ forward pack. It's Wanderers with ball in hand.
Playing out wide, unfortunately the winger running wide there from Wanderers. That is
Teponong.
absolutely what you don't want as a coach, is your winger to run out. Easy ball giveaway.
But it's one of those where UJ are actually using that line to actually ensure that they're forcing Teponong to go out.
To go on the
They're
outside.
not giving him that extra space for him to run.
Exactly, knowing that they have it covered on the outside.
Yes, sir. Line outs. Marimo, UJ hooker, looking to make this one count.
Great take at
Great
the back
take.
there.
UJ running straight into contact. Rowan Williams, opportunity found here.
Unfortunately, forward pass from Thurlan Williams.
Hey, SABC got excited there.
The gap was opening up.
Olifant there. I mean, when you give Olifant an offload, you know it's a try. But it's also great vision from SABC there. But unfortunately,
Definitely saw
can't
the,
pass the
saw
ball
the
forward.
gap opening up. Forward pass there. Too eager to take the gap.
Too excited. They're looking for their third try. 6 minutes left in this first half. UJ lead by 12 points to 0. Wanderers really struggling a little bit in this first half of the game.
I would say they are, if you look at the possession in this game, we're probably ahead on the possession stats there for Wanderers, but unfortunately they can't seem to convert actually that into obviously territory or to points.
Another scrum opportunity here for the Wanderers. Their 6th scrum of the game. Scrum collapsing there.
The forwards definitely happy. They have their 6th scrum going for their 7th scrum.
Another opportunity. The one area where UJ has impressed me quite a lot, yes, they've already scored 2 tries and they're really dominating the momentum, but I was expecting them to be completely outmuscled at scrum time, but they've been pushing back against this Wanderers outfit. Yes, Wanderers have had the slight advantage, but UJ are there. It's not like they're being bullied at scrum time.
Definitely, they are not standing back this afternoon. Yeah, obviously they know that the team functions with both scrum and your backline players. So the forwards obviously know that they have to come up good here tonight, even if they don't win every scrum. You know, just stand up and not laying back and taking it.
Awe feeds the scrum here for the Wanderers. Advantage going the way of the Wanderers.
Playing the ball out wide, Blom. Good carry in the midfield there by the center.
Jonker gaining a few meters there.
Great carry. Taking the ball wide again. Oh, what a beautiful line there from the Wanderers number 11, Malibai.
Fantastic try. It is the first try for the Wanderers. Malibai.
Finally, they would tell themselves, finally getting there, the go forward, getting the try in the 36th minute. Malibai running an absolutely great line there from Blom.
It's also a good way to end this first half. Yes, they've struggled throughout most of this first half, but we've got 4 minutes left, and this gives them a little bit of confidence for the second half as well.
No, definitely. Like I've said, they've been staying in the game all game. I mean, they might not have had the points the first, say, 35 minutes or so. But yeah, we saw they got that just reward.
3 minutes left in this first half. Wanderers securing their first try of the game. Looking at that scoreboard, Wanderers now on 7 points. UJ still within touching distance They're on 12 points.
Wanderers wouldn't want to obviously do the same mistakes as UJ. They would want to obviously, when they get this ball, make sure they have a good exit, make sure they clear the lines, because you do not want to be, as this game is going at this moment, you do not want to be playing in your own half.
Most certainly. And they also don't want to concede another try. We've got 3 minutes left. You should be wrapping up the half, at least not conceding any more points. Wanderers, as they secure the ball. Awe spreads the ball to Speckman.
Wanderers with possession, looking to carry, taking the ball out wide again. Good carry through the middle there by their number, the center.
Wanderers building the phases.
Penalty, Wanderers offside by UJ again. Too eager on the defensive line there by UJ. I think UJ obviously, they recognize, listen here, we can't stand back. These big guys, they can't let these big guys run onto us. That's why they obviously have a
high defensive line.
A high defensive line. But with that, obviously, you have to be patient.
Yeah.
You have to stay on the line. You don't give away silly penalties like that.
100%.
That discipline, unfortunately, coming there, giving Wanderers the opportunity there.
When you look at this game, an area that is a little bit of a blemish for the Wanderers is that yellow card that we saw earlier on, that yellow card going to Mostert. That's 10 minutes that really exposed them a little bit. Great line out here. Wanderers with ball in hand. Advantage, Wanderers. Spreading that ball is Blom for the Wanderers. Offload to Malibai, the man who scored the try.
Full of running, this Wanderers team, making inwards, right on the outside there.
Teponong gaining a few meters. Stead being pushed back.
The Wanderers are playing great rugby at the moment, getting go forward ball, quick ball. That's what they want for the big men.
Building their phases. Awe spreads that ball to Speckman.
What would be great for them now, Aaron, is obviously scoring before halftime again.
They need to use this opportunity to get a try, as we see Stead with a great carry. UJ scrambling a little bit in defense.
Turnover ball there. UJ have the ball. Turlo full of running, chip and chase again.
Williams.
Big collision there.
That was a high tackle.
Big collision there. Can't help to think that somebody might get a card here.
Williams, the man who was running the ball. We saw a chip there, but a big hit there from Gallagher. The question is, why is that a high tackle? Sure.
I think
that was a big hit.
Definitely a mismatch there. Number 10 going to a number 3. Definitely a big mismatch.
Hey. And Gallagher is a big boy.
Big boy. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Always in these moments you are a little bit worried about the player's safety. Injuries are part of the game, even though we don't like to see them. And of course, you know, there's a possibility of a concussion as well. That's what you don't want to see as well. We are sitting at 40 minutes in this game. It's an opportunity for us to reflect a little bit on this first half. The one thing that stands out for me, Wanderers had so much possession, but unfortunately not being able to use that possession in terms of using those opportunities and scoring points. Your analysis of what we've seen from the Wanderers in this first half?
Definitely from the Wanderers side. I mean, yeah, they had the upper hand. Obviously, lineouts are a little bit shaky, but in the scrums, they had the upper hand, obviously. Also giving their backs a good platform to obviously take the space out wide, and which has been working for them this game. So they have been obviously... they would want more points on the board. I mean, 12-7 by the chances they had, not converting, getting into UJ's half. But the game is fairly even at this moment. For the UJ side, they looked full of running, as we saw their wingers score both of their tries. They looked full of running. It's just obviously in the forwards as well, where their forwards has to stand up to this wondrous big pack.
Most certainly, it seems that Williams, he's all right. Gallagher, he's also all right. Saw the contact there earlier. We were a little bit concerned about possibilities of a concussion, but the boys are ready to go. No one wants to go off, actually.
Nobody wants to go off as we go 25 seconds into injury time. I think UJ is going to fancy the chances from this line out again and attacking from this line out. Good at attacking opportunity, especially for a team that loves to run with the ball and loves to play the ball wide.
What would be brilliant for this UJ outfit is for them to maybe get a penalty or possibly a try, just to add a few more points to their tally that's currently 12 at the moment. Marimo, great line out. UJ spreading the ball.
Knock on there from UJ in the midfield. Unfortunately, opportunity gone astray. 12-7, 41 minutes, half time. Exciting game, forwards game, backs game.
It's been exciting. Looking at these two teams, we spoke about it in the build-up. Bottom of the log clash. Both teams want to redeem their season. And also, we will be seeing a 3-week break after this game. And a lot of these players are, yes, thinking about the break that lies ahead, but it's also an opportunity for them to remind the coach that, listen, I should still be in the starting lineup as we head into the second round of the Castle Lager Pirates Grand Challenge.
Definitely, Aaron. Good break for the players, obviously, to go back, reset, refresh, come back in a couple of weeks and, and going back from 0 to 100 all over again.
Most certainly, we are at the UJ Rugby Stadium. It is UJ who are taking on the Wanderers. UJ currently being 8th on the log standings. Wanderers just above them. They're currently on the 7th position on the log. Let's look at this Wanderers outfit. Maybe some of the players that has really stood out for you. We have to talk about the man that scored that try for the Wanderers, but also Blom. Blom has been quite vital in terms of making the right decisions, kicking the ball when it was required. Of course, a little blemish on his record looking at that first half. He did miss that penalty as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. If you look at this Wanderers team today, especially like the guys that you mentioned now, Blom, Malibai, even Jonker and Mostert in the midfield, they've been making inroads there, obviously putting their team on the front foot. As I mentioned earlier as well, the scrum, the forward pack of the Wanderers really doing a good job in carrying the ball. Also at scrum time, giving the backs good attacking opportunities. And I think this Wanderers team fancy themselves to win this game.
They are playing with a lot of confidence. They are fancying themselves, as you've mentioned, to win this game. But they've also been a little bit disappointing when you look at the opportunities they've had within the territory of this UJ team in terms of just decision making and making the right decision. Where do you think they've actually gotten it wrong? Because they've had the possession in the right areas of the field. Converting has been a massive issue though.
Probably being too eager. I think also going out of system. We saw there a couple of times they go into the UJ's half where they lose the ball or it's an obstruction. The guys sort of like getting a little bit of white line fever as to just calm down, go through the phases as they've been practicing probably all week. I'm sure they have a game plan how they play in the opposition's half.
Most certainly. Let's shift our focus to the team that's currently leading this game, the home team, UJ. When you look at some of the star players, we have to start off with the man that has scored 2 tries this afternoon, Olifant, but also their fly half, Williams. He's having a brilliant afternoon, and even when he has made mistakes, we saw the 2 mistakes from him, he's corrected them quite nicely and also getting a conversion as well.
No, definitely. You see there's no lacking in confidence actually in the Thurlan Williams. Obviously, yes, he's kicked the ball dead a couple of times, but he bounce right back, and obviously he passes the ball well, he kicks the ball well, he gives the guys on the outside the ball early so they can actually run with the ball, as we saw Olifant there, dangerous on the outside. Not to forget Chambril as well, dangerous attacking fullback from on the outside.
In terms of the UJ forward pack, they've really impressed me, because I think when you have a Wanderers outfit that is scrumming so well, you'd expect the UJ forward pack to almost collapse immediately, to lose a lot of confidence. They haven't won every scrum, but they have been competitive at scrum time. I mean, players like Diop, Marimo, Janssen van Rensburg, they've done quite well, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, they've done quite well, but I think they as to their standards, they probably would have done much better. Although they haven't been totally demolished in that scrum time, they're still in there, they're still hanging in there. And I think the second half is going to obviously have to, from their side, they're going to have to be better at scrum time. They're going to have to be better. The physicality, they're going to have to pick up the physicality. Otherwise, this Wanderers team is going to scrum them back, is going to demolish them in the scrums, and that's what you don't want.
Most certainly. UJ, they're looking for their second victory of the season. The Wanderers, they're chasing their they're chasing their third victory of the season as well. Fifth victory of the season, pardon me. In terms of this Wanderers outfit, what are some of the areas where we can see them actually improve?
Definitely at ruck time. They can definitely improve at ruck time. I feel obviously they also want to play the ball quite fast, so they have to sort out their rucks. They have to sort out their lineouts as well. As you see, the lineouts being a little bit shaky. Other than that, I can't fault them. They want to run the ball wide. They actually got a lot of meters on the outside channels.
We talk about meters on the outside channels. A player like Tepo Nong, man who wears the number 14 jersey for the Wanderers. He had a few opportunities in that first half. He'll be looking to convert in the second half. That's about to start at the UJ Rugby Stadium. Just a reminder of that scoreline. UJ, the home team, they're on 12 points. Wanderers, they find themselves on 7 points. So much to play for in this encounter.
Wanderers with the kickoff. Oh, knock on there by UJ. Knock on by UJ. Wanderers deep in the UJ's 22. Looking full of running.
Wanderers, they've got ball in hand. Awe spreading that ball.
Building the pressure here, does Wanderers. I see UJ still has the first half's problems where they couldn't get the ball from kickoff.
Wanderers, they've got ball in hand. They're building their phases. Awe spreading the ball. Turnover here.
Unfortunately, knock on there from the Wanderers. UJ with the ball, looking to run the ball out wide. Chambril with ball in hand, looking full of running, stepping inside ball. Knock on there by the number 9 of UJ, Liam Rowan.
Opportunity wasted there. But Wanderers can convert this into an opportunity for them. Tap and run there.
Opportunity
Malibai.
missed again.
Missed opportunity.
UJ on the prowl. Going all the way, looking for 100 meters. 100 meter try. Exciting stuff this afternoon here. Turnover ball, Wanderers again. Exciting, quite exciting here. UJ Wanderers again. Wow.
Mapenzela gaining a few meters there.
Finally, the ref decided to blow the whistle. Quite an exciting minute and a half there.
The pendulum swinging from side to side.
Neither team wanting to let up.
But
both teams want to play, want to score.
But yet again, these are the moments that the Wanderers, they have to make these moments count. Unfortunately, we are seeing one of the UJ players, I believe, pardon me, Wanderers players, getting a little bit of medical attention. Exciting.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
Minutes, pardon me.
Very exciting stuff. But Aaron, as we see, neither team has actually come out here and actually corrected what they did in what happened in the first half. As we saw at kickoffs, UJ not being clinical, and again Wanderers getting into opposition 22, but obviously not being clinical at ruck time or losing the ball. They are on the front foot, but they lose the ball. That's what happened in the first half as well.
And also being a little bit over eager from UJ. You spoke about it in the first half. It's almost as though UJ just need a touch of patience and a touch of calmness, because when they have the ball in hand and they're running the ball, it's one of those things where when you offload the ball, you almost need to look at your teammate and make sure that the pass is in line, and it's not a forward pass, but it's also a pass that's weighted correctly, just to ensure that the ball goes to hand.
Exactly, pass with the eyes go first, and then the ball.
Exactly.
That actually costing the UJ. They're costing them big time. As we see a scrum in the middle of the field here for Wanderers. Again, great attacking opportunity for their backline. They're going to fancy themselves, obviously, going out wide again.
First scrum for the Wanderers in the second half. Awe with ball in hand. He feeds the scrum.
UJ with the shove, getting the ball there at scrum time.
Fantastic scrum there by UJ. Hey, quick feet.
The curse.
Jackson.
Unfortunately, the winger stepping out after a wonderful step there by the magician.
Jackson, he'll be a little bit upset with himself.
Coach Killer
Hey.
stepping outside.
Yo, what a wasted opportunity there. I thought we might be seeing the third try here for UJ. But that moment that we saw there, that first scrum in the second half, great scrum by UJ. Great line out here by the Wanderers.
Attacking up the midfield by the Wanderers, building pressure on the attack. Great carries there by the forwards. Quick ball for the number 9, playing the ball wide.
Spreading that ball to Stead. Gaining a few meters instead. Awe spreads that ball.
Sort of going nowhere at the moment as UJ's defense stands strong against this Wanderers pack.
Awe taking too much time. UJ not being shy to play this high defensive line. Pushing back. Diop.
Definitely great defensive efforts here from UJ. Standing tall, obviously Wanderers going nowhere at the moment.
Wanderers almost moving backwards, it seems. Gallagher with a strong carry here for the Wanderers.
Inside ball from Blom. Now deciding to kick the ball, finding space at the back there. Does the fly off Blom. Kept the ball, beautifully kept the ball inside there from the number 22, Murray Newlands. Ball going backwards out of Blom's hands. Blom finding space at the back again.
Take here by UJ.
Sort of a kicking contest going on here. That's the longest kicking contest of the game at the moment.
Are we playing tennis?
Definitely kick tennis.
The man who scored the try early on for the Wanderers, Malibai with ball in hand, running into contact there.
Under pressure there at ruck time is Wanderers.
Awe with ball in hand here for the Wanderers.
Stepping and weaving.
This high defensive line for UJ is working very, very well.
Definitely.
Stead playing scrummy for a second there. Blom looking for the exit.
Almost working in their favor. But great. That's actually, that's probably the most kicking we've seen all game. There's been a kick tennis game going on the field for the last couple of minutes.
I was moving my head side to side. Felt like I'm watching tennis, but I'm watching rugby.
Again,
tennis rugby, we can call it.
Tennis rugby. Again, that's where obviously the 9 and the 10 here have to take charge. You know, if you're not going anywhere, we have to play in the right areas of the field. As we see a couple of kicks now, obviously just kicking because we're under pressure and not kicking because they're in control.
Most certainly. And also Blom struggling to find touch properly there for the Wanderers.
Purely because they are highly under pressure from this defense line of this UJ team.
Stoppage in play yet again. A few Wanderers players getting a little bit of medical attention. These are opportunities for the skippers to quickly chat to his boys, pulling them quickly. You can see it on screen at the moment.
Tense game we have in our hands here. 12-7 is the score, 45 minutes in.
Marimo. Saw that quick huddle there by UJ. Marimo sharing a few words. These are always tense times.
Tense times, neither team.
When you look at the scoreboard, yes, UJ have been playing quite well and have dominated this game, one could say. But 5 points, one try by UJ, or pardon me, one try by the Wanderers could actually bring an interesting dynamic to this game.
Definitely, definitely, Aaron. As you see there, UJ, good line-out take. Straight through the middle goes the number 12. Number 4 in. Oh, well, good play there, interplay there from the backs there from UJ. Going deep into the Wanderers 22.
UJ still with ball in hand. Newlands gaining a few meters.
Good carry there by UJ again.
UJ running straight into contact. Building their phases is UJ.
Oh, the pass almost going to no man's land there.
Running their ball.
Still has the ball, UJ. The ref blowing his whistle, going back to an earlier infringement.
Thabo Mashego there. It's quite an interesting area of the field to find your 8th man.
Definitely.
Maybe he's playing as the new winger.
Definitely. The work ethic on him. As we saw there, UJ with the great attacking straight through the middle by the number 12, Rowan Ferreira. Now finding themselves inside the Wanderers 22 with a good attacking opportunity now with the line out.
They're 5 meters out. Marimo, pardon me. He's done quite well for UJ. Their hooker. Using their lineouts as weapons. Hey, seeing the bomb squad coming on for UJ.
16, 17 and 18.
Da Costa, Swart, Jack. A new forward pack.
Fresh legs. Fresh legs, that's what you need.
They've got big opportunities lying ahead at
Great
scrum time.
take at the back of the line out there for UJ. Going with the rolling more.
It is Da Costa who's positioned at the back of that scrum.
Quick play there, and the man with the hat-trick. The man with the hat-trick.
There it is. Olifant yet again securing that brace in the first half. And then he said, relax, more of the same in the second half as he secures the 3rd try for UJ. Can't stop this man this afternoon. We might actually see a 4th try. There's still tons of time in the second half.
Definitely good play there by UJ. Obviously back ball at the line out. That's the prime ball to take. Obviously the forwards going forward, and good decision making there from the number 9 Rowan as to going to the blind side, and who other than to score than the man himself with a hat-trick this afternoon here. Olifant.
An opportunity here for UJ to add 2 more points to their tally. $19 points to UJ. Wanderers are still on 7 points.
UJ finally cracking the fence line there of Wanderers scoring. Now they're giving themselves a little bit of a breathing space there. The Wanderers have to score twice now, obviously, to go in front.
Blom with ball in hand as we see the restart here for the Wanderers. Great take by UJ. Wanderers looking for that turnover ball. UJ spreading that ball.
Looking to get out of that half here, get out of the 22 here. One would wonder if they want to run this ball or want to kick it. As they choose to run the ball, Oliphant with ball in hand.
Wanderers choosing to run the ball. Oh, UJ choosing to run the ball within their territory.
And now opted for the boot through the number 22, Murray Newlands. Long kick downfield. Unfortunately not going to touch. Wanderers with the attacking opportunity. As we see there, Wanderers kicking as well.
Great take here.
Sambriel with ball in hand.
Wanderers using, so often we call him the 16th man. Using the touchline there.
Using the touchline there to help their defense. Unfortunately, UJ not being able to get out of their half there. Again, playing with the touchline. I think that's a coach killer. I've been saying that the whole night. You do not want to run out with the ball. Rather work to the inside. And just keep ball in hand. But UJ three times now. They obviously played to the touchline where they've turned the ball over. As we see another turnover from the line out at line out time here, not straight there from Wanderers.
Quite disappointing. We have seen changes being made to this Wanderers squad. A player that we know can play quite well, Rory Anderson. He'll be disappointed with that skew throw there.
No, definitely at that line-out time. Like I said, this whole game already, the Wanderers line-outs have been a bit shaky this afternoon.
Very shaky.
It's definitely something that they obviously want to correct, want to get right, you know. You can't play without the ball, and I mean, line-out is a big part of this game.
Most certainly, they've got 28 minutes to fix those lineouts, or they'll be losing yet another game.
Great scrum there by the Wanderers. Again, great scrum there by the Wanderers.
Tap and run here by the Wanderers. Stead pushing UJ men aside. Awe spreading the ball for the Wanderers.
Wanderers looking to play this ball out wide again there, going out wide, getting the meters out wide. Unfortunately, discipline from the UJ has been the situation all night.
Offside yet again.
Being too eager to get off the line.
Mentioned it earlier, patience, calmness. That's what UJ needs.
As you see, Wanderers opting to go for goal here.
3 points that's needed. They need to close this gap between themselves and UJ on the scoreboard. Blom, interesting to actually see Blom taking this one. We saw him miss a penalty in the first half. And then it was Jonker that took the second penalty. He missed as well. And now Blom, he's back on the kicking tee, looking to fix his mistakes from earlier as he goes through his processes. Taking his time. Hey.
Missed penalty there from Blom.
The struggle continues for Blom and the Wanderers when it comes to the kicking tee. About 9 points now.
Yeah,
3 penalties that have not been converted.
They drew their chances, you know. Obviously, scoreboard pressure is going to get to them later in this game if that score goes even further ahead.
Great take here by the Wanderers, running the ball in their territory.
Good carry again, and interplay by the forwards and the backs there from Wanderers.
Awe positioned at the back of that ruck, spreading the ball to Blom. UJ not being shy. They're trusting that high defensive line.
Slow ball at ruck time. Blom taken out wide to the number 13. Jonker looking to push men out his way.
But UJ not being shy to show off their physicality.
The problem with the Wanderers at the moment, their ruck is very slow. That gives UJ the opportunity to set actually their defensive line, and that gives them the opportunity obviously to get off the line again.
Awe is waiting too long. Still Wanderers with ball in hand, almost losing the ball there. Awe picking up the scraps, spreading the ball is the Wanderers.
Great play from the wide there from the Wanderers. Oh, great tackle there from UJ.
Big hits, big hits. Tap and run here.
Quick throw in, quick thinking. Wanderers on the scoreboard. UJ caught napping there.
Fantastic try by the substitutes. Rory Anderson.
Everybody got caught off guard there at the moment. Everybody admiring the tackle. And then Wanderers with the quick thinking, quick line out play.
Hey, but we have to ask the question. Malibai, the man who scored that first try for the Wanderers, is he okay? That was a big hit.
Hey, well,
His
now
shoulder must be burning.
nah, he's okay now though.
But also, it shows the maturity there. After that big hit, he was able to be calm enough in that moment. Quick tap, running the ball, offloading to Anderson. Even though there was a big hit there, he was aware enough to create that try opportunity.
Again, the play goes on, Aaron, the play goes on. We saw the big hit, obviously, and then quick thinking from the Warriors, quick thinking from the guys, wanting to play because they know they're in this game, they know they can still win this game as they've been in this game all.
There it is, finally. After 2 attempts that were missed, Blom finally getting
the
his cooking boots going.
19-14, yeah. Exciting game on our hands. Both sides looking to play the ball. UJ getting caught napping there.
As we see the restart here by UJ. Great take.
Malibai again. Oh, he's been busy in the second half here. Malibai
wants to win this game for the Wanderers.
Great carry there from Malibai. Wanderers getting the penalty there.
Penalty.
At ruck time. Entering from the side of the ruck there. UJ silly penalty. Discipline again costing them. You would think that this Wanderers team, as they have their tails up at the moment, they feel, listen here, this game is ours for the taking right now.
And it is a little bit concerning if you are a UJ supporter in this encounter because, I mean, when you look at the scoreboard, yes, Wanderers on 14, UJ are on 19. So there is a 5 points difference. But when you're looking at the momentum in the second half so far, Wanderers have the momentum, but also remember that 9 points have been missed by the Wanderers. So UJ have to be careful here.
Definitely discipline is the name of the game at the end of the day. They'll definitely going to have to be careful, especially their offside lines.
Great line-out execution by the Wanderers. Rolling maul, doing what it has to do. Big hits yet again for the Wanderers. Jonker pushing the UJ player out his way.
Great attacking from this Wanderers team. As we see there, the number 14, Tsepon Nong on the outside.
Awe spreading that ball.
Good carries by the forwards.
Wanderers have got all the momentum in this game. Great offload.
That man, Malibai, again
Yet
there.
again.
Penalty, discipline from the side. Story of UJ's game, UJ's afternoon.
Malibai is cooking in the second half for the Wanderers. Fighting as they look for their third victory of the season. End-to-end stuff, quite exciting, eh?
Exciting stuff, yeah, especially from this Wanderers team. Especially on attack. I did mention earlier that they're making their own ball slow at ruck time, but they've been playing a fast ball the last couple of minutes, and that's what you want. Because now when you play a fast ball, the defense doesn't set early enough, so they can't shoot up, get the high line, and then you as an attacking team can get the meters, go running on weak shoulders.
UJ are fading away a little bit for me in this encounter. They've done well in the first half, but the second half is where it counts the most.
Definitely, this Wanderers team are up for it now. They're seeing themselves winning this game. They're seeing themselves scoring another try with the exciting backs. Great scrum there from Wanderers. Again, great scrum from Wanderers.
We're spreading the ball.
Great run there.
Jonker.
Midfield from Jonker.
We're looking side to side, looking to make the right decision. Gaining a few meters here is the Wanderers. UJ looking to push back, their defense being tested.
There you have it. Finally, Wanderers getting into UJ's 22 and actually bowling that pressure to score there with the forwards. Well done, lads.
Wanderers using that forward pack so well.
Well done, as we see there, the big man with the try.
Wanderers have got all the momentum in this encounter.
No, we didn't see the number.
Wanderers reclaiming the momentum in this game. It's 19-all at this point in time.
Greg Blom with the conversion. Looking to go ahead.
Should be an easy one.
First time in the game, Wanderers goes ahead 21-19, 60 minutes into the game.
Greg Blom smiling from ear to ear. He's regaining his confidence when it comes to the kicking tee as he struggled in the first half. UJ supporters in the stands looking a little bit concerned. They're a little bit worried. Yes, they dominated the first half, led from start to finish, but Wanderers are writing a completely different script. No, it wasn't. It's UJ with, pardon me, Wanderers with ball
Big
in
man
hand.
carrying the ball, Wanderers.
Gallagher, strong carry from him. He spreads the ball.
Out the back, throwing the ball wide, does Wanderers, getting the love outside.
Malibai playing that supportive line.
Again, slow ruck there from Wanderers.
They have to speed up this
One
ruck.
would think that they do want to get out of their half here, Aaron, not play too much rugby in their own half. They are in front. Commentators curse.
You spoke about it, you called it. Wanderers, crucial mistake.
Commentators curse. They are in front. I mean, that's where your 9 and your 10 have to take control, saying, listen here, we are in front. We have the ball now. Let's get out of our 22. Let's put them under pressure. Let's let them run from their own half. But deciding to carry the ball there and UJ making the turnover.
Opportunity here for UJ to add 2 more points to their tally. Looks like Newlands is preparing the kicking tee there. Looking to add 3 more points to their tally. They're currently on 19 points. They trail the Wanderers by 2 points. So those 3 points will make a difference.
So all comes down in this game to game management. Good kick there from UJ. Murray Newlands. UJ goes ahead again, 22-21.
UJ, the game is not done. We have seen the Wanderers coming out strong in the second half. But UJ, I mean, they still have 17 minutes and they're leading by 1 point.
Still a lot of time in this game. Again, this game then becomes about territory again right now, because now you're in front. What do you do with this ball now? You're in your own half. You do not want to play in your own half for too long, because there might be a turnover, there might be a knock-on. You want to obviously play out, get the ball, kick it outside your half, good exit, and then go back to your defensive lines.
We talk about an 80-minute performance. That's exactly what both these teams are looking for. We have seen the pendulum swinging from side to side. Earlier on, we had momentum going the way of UJ. Wanderers coming back. Quick medical attention there for Rory Anderson, the man who scored that second try for the Wanderers. As we see the restart here. Great take there by UJ.
Charged down by
Charged
Wanderers
down by the
again.
Wanderers.
Chip and chase outside of their own half. UJ with the attacking opportunity. Unfortunately, losing the ball there forward. Does UJ again. They are full of running, but they're not keeping ball in hand. And that's what you don't want. I just said the game will come down to game management at this stage, because now it's the same where Wanderers was now. They were in front, they were in their own half, they didn't get out of their own half, they turned the ball over. Same as UJ now, they are in front, wanting to run the ball out of their own half, turn the ball over, Wanderers attacking opportunity.
Hands, 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 they say. So often we talk about basics, and this is where it matters most. 15 minutes left in the encounter. The body's also feeling some niggles, a little bit of pain. You are feeling a little bit tired, you are feeling a little bit stiff.
Definitely the fresh bodies are on now for both teams. They're definitely going to obviously want to win this game for either side. So I think it's going to still come down to who wants it more at the end of the day.
Looking at some of the changes that have been made for this Wanderers outfit. Players like Rory Anderson. He's in at hooker at the moment. He'll be one of the men from the Wanderers looking to make this scrum count. Quick feed there by Awe.
Great scrum again from Wanderers. Massive scrum from Wanderers.
Awe spreads the ball for the Wanderers. Jonker.
As we see that man Jonker. Great carries that we've seen from him all night long.
More of the same. Fantastic stuff. Awe running into contact there.
Pick and go there from Awe. Again, discipline. More of the same discipline. Costing UJ at this moment. Penalty to the Wanderers team as the ref called offside.
The UJ coach must be losing his mind at this point in time. Probably screaming from the touchline, asking his lads to fix the mistakes that we've seen so many times. And those mistakes might cause the game to be lost for UJ.
Interesting decision there from the Wanderers going to the touchline. 3 points would have made them go ahead in this tightly contested game. But obviously they fancy their chances for the drive at the line out.
We have seen Blom miss a few off the kicking tee. Maybe not being too confident, but looking at the time, 15 minutes left, a try could make all the difference here for the Wanderers.
Definitely, as they're looking to convert this into some more points for them.
The man with ball in hand, Anderson. He'll be looking for a good line out, possibly a rolling maul as well. Poor execution yet again.
Unfortunately, opting for the expensive ball at the back.
Costing the Wanderers. These are the moments that the Wanderers have really, really let themselves down this afternoon.
Exactly.
Within the 22 of UJ, this is where you need to convert opportunities into points.
Again, at line-out time, the line-out not going well there for Wanderers. They'll be kicking themselves because that was a great opportunity for them, obviously, to convert.
Marimo, opportunity here for UJ.
Oh, the Wanderers.
Poor execution yet again. Awe with ball in hand here for the Wanderers.
Both sides line-out not functioning well at the moment. Again, UJ discipline off the line.
Wanderers, they've got ball in hand, but they're moving backwards.
Under pressure at ruck time, yeah.
Awe looking for that ball.
The ref taking UJ back again for discipline. Offside. Name of the game for UJ this afternoon.
More of the same, and when I say that, it's not a good thing for UJ. They're making the same mistakes.
Definitely not a good team, especially so late in this game, especially with the Wanderers obviously having the upper hand at the moment. Scrum time, the forwards are happy.
That fresh pack. We are seeing Rory Anderson, Meyer Witz, Strubel. Those are the lads that will be looking to make the scrum count for the Wanderers. And also looking at the time, one try could be a decider. 30 minutes left.
Definitely with 13 minutes to go. Scrum for Wanderers. They'll be looking obviously to convert this into points again, as they've been doing all day. They've been using this scrum as a weapon all afternoon long, and they've been giving them a lot of go forward ball. Their backs a lot of go forward ball. Their backs had the opportunity to take the ball out wide.
Talking about the Wanderers, just looking at the second half, I mean, some of the players that have really like put a smile on the Wanderers supporters' faces. Malibai, what a performance we've seen from him. He almost single-handedly walked onto the field in the second half and said, "Hey gents, I know that we're trailing on the scoreboard, but I mean business and I'm looking for a victory this afternoon."
Definitely. I mean, the backs came here to play, not just the forwards, but the backs also. They don't want to be left out of this party.
I mean, you talk about that forward pack when you have Anderson and Struble scoring tries. It shows that everyone is involved, the forwards and the backline players.
Definitely all-round play from this Wanderers team.
There should be a big scrum here for the Wanderers. Anderson, Struble, Meyerwitz looking to make this one count. Big scrum by the Wanderers.
Absolutely demolished the UJ scrum there. That's the Wanderers.
Hey.
Tough day at the office for this young man. These young men having to scrum almost against the older gentleman.
I know it's cold here at the UJ Rugby Stadium, but hey, this Wanderers scrum, this Wanderers scrum is cooking. They're red hot.
Red hot and ready to go again, yeah, Aaron.
Another opportunity. Anderson, Struble, Meyerwitz. They've shown up in the second half. Fresh legs. Bomb squad, we call them.
Great opportunity for Wanderers inside the UJ 22.
UJ need to be alert. Their defense needs to be focused, locked in. Collapsing scrum there. Clock is ticking. 11 minutes left in this encounter. UJ, they still lead by a single point. 22 points to 21 points by the Wanderers. But the Wanderers have got all the momentum. One try could make the difference.
I've been really impressed this afternoon here from the whole Wanderers pack. They've been playing really good rugby, not just the front row. Obviously, you have your number 8 Moa, number 5 Nti, also Zulu at line-out times. They've been playing good rugby.
Awe feeds the scrum. UJ finally winning a scrum in this encounter.
Yeah.
You can hear the supporters getting involved.
You can see how happy those UJ guys are at this moment, the lads. As Wanderers get penalised for scrumming in.
10 minutes left. Newlands with ball in hand.
Tense game on our hands.
Hey, 1 point in it, 1 point.
Oh, great kick there from UJ. Unfortunately, Malibai couldn't keep the ball in there.
Malibai thought that he had it in there. I mean, you see it in cricket these days. You know, the lads jumping across the boundary line, throwing the ball back in, catching it. Unfortunately, Malibai not getting his IPL highlight reel there.
IPL license, IPL highlight reel.
Marimo with ball in hand. Line out time yet again for UJ. Great line out.
Great take from the number 5 there at the back. UJ taking the ball wide. High tackle there from Wanderers. UJ ball in hand, putting the Wanderers under pressure. UJ with quick ball.
UJ, they still have got ball in hand, looking for opportunities.
Beautiful rugby from UJ team. Going to the outside, scoring out wide. That's the number 8. Mashigu Great play from UJ, great play from these young lads. They took the opportunity, they got on the front foot, and look who it is, Thabo Mashigo scoring outside.
One thing that we mentioned earlier, I asked the question, I'm like, is it just me or Thabo Mashigo wearing the 8th man playing wing? It also shows the versatility of the squad. You know, the fact that yes, he can play 8, but also he can also, when it's required, shift to the wing.
Exactly.
And great speed that we saw there from the big 8th man.
Exactly, that's definitely a tactic which I think most teams use nowadays, where they keep some of the loose forwards like the 8 or your number 7 or your number 6 on the sideline, where they can actually run onto the smaller backline players, sort of like a mismatch on the outside.
Most certainly, using their muscle, using their power to push those defenders out the way. Newlands looking to add 2 more points.
Great kick there from Newlands.
Handling his business is Newlands, having a great performance in the second half, coming off the bench. 8 minutes left in this encounter. UJ scoring a vital try. They now find themselves on 29 points. The Wanderers, they're still on 21 points. They're still within touching distance.
We're in for a cracker finisher as well.
Take.
Great take there from UJ's number 5.
The toy.
Great take. Yeah, UJ obviously wanting to play this ball again.
Taking their time at
good
right time.
Good exit by Murray. Kicking it down long.
Wanderers with ball in hand, choosing to run it from deep within their territory. Malibai.
Oh, Wanderers under pressure.
Touchline hits again. UJ. Turnover ball here. They spread the ball.
Long wide pass to the number 8 with the knock on again there. Unfortunately, the try scorer
knocking the ball on there. Costly mistake. Suppose we can forgive him because he scored that try.
Definitely, his team is leading. His team is leading by 8 points. So yeah, it's exciting times last couple of minutes of this game. You cannot write this Wanderers team off. They know how to play. They know how to score. They would obviously want to use this 6 minutes wisely, keep ball in hand. Now you're chasing the game at this point in time.
Most certainly. Referee having a quick chat there to Zulu before we see yet another scrum. Vital scrum. Every scrum counts.
Scrum, penalty, kick to the corner. So, all
don't jinx it. We've had a
I mapped out the plan there for the Wanderers.
You saying it out loud might just jinx it. Let's watch it. If you don't want to see another commentator's curse, we've had it a few times in this encounter.
Knowing this Wanderers team, they would definitely want to take this ball out wide again. Their backs have been pretty good. Blom moving the ball out wide to Jonker and Mostert, Nong and Campbell on the outside.
Most certainly. UJ, they have to make this one count. They've got their bomb squad in as well. Da Costa, Swart, Jack. These are the big moments where the bomb squad has to show up and showcase their skill.
They have to stand up in this scrum right now. They have to push back, not getting pushed back over by the Wanderers.
As the kids say, they have to stand on business. As we see a big
as
scrum
we see
here.
Penalty advantage here for the Wanderers. Did I call it?
Lionel, you're having a fun day in the commentary booth this afternoon.
You can't say a commentator's curse. Probably a commentator's luck there.
Mapping out plays this afternoon is Lionel.
Again, I mean, it's been working for them all game. I mean, you are 5 minutes left to go. Use your scrum. I mean, use your lineouts, use your drivers, because they've been firing all game. So use it to your advantage.
Rory Anderson with ball in hand here for the Wanderers. Their hooker looking to make this line out count. It's another wasted opportunity by the same player.
Going for the expensive back ball. That back ball
Rory
is very
Anderson.
expensive.
He'll be
Tough
beating
luck
himself
there.
up. The same
Definitely.
mistake yet again.
Tough luck there for the Wanderers. Doing the hard yards, getting into the 22, coughing it up there at line out time. Getting a easy let off there for the UJ team.
Marimo looking to make their line out count. UJ, great execution of the line out.
UJ with ball in hand, 4 minutes to go.
Taking their time at ruck time. UJ gaining a few meters with Swart.
Hands in the ruck there.
Wanderers looking for the turnover. But it seems that it's the UJ team that secure the penalty.
Hands in the ruck there from the Wanderers. UJ obviously getting the penalty there.
Wanderers being a little bit too over-eager. We've seen more of that from the UJ team. That now creeping into this Wanderers outfit. 4 minutes left.
Time is ticking out here for this Wanderers team.
UJ, home team on 29 points. Wanderers within touching distance. They need a try to make this game interesting. They're on 21 points. When you look at this game, Lionel, we spoke about that pendulum swinging. I mean, when you look back at that first half, UJ had all of the momentum. Wanderers had a little bit of the momentum towards the end of that first half. And then now when you look at the second half, Wanderers had all the momentum. And then suddenly now in the last 15 minutes or so of the second half, UJ have really asserted their dominance. But also when they scored that try, that was the right moment, because we spoke about one try could change the outlook of this game. When they got that try, it just seems that the morale has just dropped from this Wanderers side. And it was almost like that was the last punch that almost knocked the Wanderers out.
Yeah, no, definitely, Aaron. The pendulum has been swinging throughout this game, obviously, with UJ definitely taking their chances when they got into the 22. We saw Wanderers have opportunities of their own. Obviously, a lot of missed kicks as well. So they could easily have been in this game as well, as they find themselves now 8 points behind, having to score twice. With UJ obviously getting the penalty there, they'll definitely be scratching their heads as to why are we not in this game? Why are we not leading this game? Is the Wanderers going to ask?
An easy answer for the coach is missed kicks. You can't leave 9 points on the field and expect to win a game. Line out here, scrappy one by UJ.
Treasure with
Awe picking up the scraps. Wanderers with ball in hand.
the big man going forward, giving Wanderers go forward ball.
Ryan Jack gaining a few meters.
Space in behind with Malibai chasing there. UJ covered the ball.
Malibai looking for the turnover there.
Penalty as the ref
calls him
them
back for the penalty.
Offside.
End-to-end stuff.
Offside again there, UJ. One wonders if it's not a little bit too late here for this Wanderers, even if they score now, Aaron. Because they seem to be taking their time.
7 points takes them up to 28 points. UJ would still be leading and winning the game by 1 point. And this is where that 9 points again, like,
yeah,
it becomes one of those where you're like, when the game is so tight, you look back at the mistakes and the opportunities that you missed. But a try could be
they'll be
tipping
kicking
point.
themselves. They'll be kicking themselves. I mean, the line-out hasn't been functioning for them all afternoon. As we see, obviously, now they're having a line-out again, hoping for different fortune.
Rory Anderson, he'll probably have sweaty palms. He's made a few mistakes at line-out time, looking to fix those mistakes.
Ooh.
Yet again.
Name of the game.
Rory Anderson.
They'll be kicking themselves, Aaron. Line-out time. Line-outs haven't been working for them. I mean, they have had their chances. You can't say they haven't had chances. They didn't convert. They were in all the other facets of the game, they've been good tonight. Obviously, line-outs have been letting them down as well.
UJ will be smiling from ear to ear as they secure their second victory of the season, beating the Wanderers with a 29-21 point scoreline. A big victory here for UJ, a big confidence booster as we head into that 3-week break. We have now wrapped up the first round of the Castle Pirates Grand Challenge. The second round will be starting in about 3 weeks' time, but the Wanderers will be beating themselves up this afternoon. We saw the pendulum swinging this afternoon as well.
No, Wanderers will definitely be kicking themselves because they've been in this game all game. They've had possession, they've had territory. They just couldn't convert at times. Their lineouts weren't clinical. They were definitely in this game. They could have won it, but well done to UJ. They took their chances. Obviously, they were under the pump at scrum time, but they actually stood tall in this game and coming out victors by 29-21.
A quick mention there for potential man of the match. I would say is man of the match for UJ, a man who scored 3 tries. Olifant being such a vital part of UJ's victory this afternoon. That's how we wrap up week number 10 of the Castle Pirates Grand Challenge. Yet again, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you in about 3 weeks' time as we start round number 2 of the Castle Pirates Grand Challenge.